doing right.
Did you go onto a different setting somehow? You must have, something must have mashed one of those buttons up there. Oh, did you bring the list? Oh, you did. Here we go. I'm going to turn this just a tiny little bit. Hang on. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. How's everybody? Woo. No, really, how are you? I mean, think about it. It's been a year, man. I was down here a year ago. Let's see. Actually, I played over at Anderson Fair a year ago, and then, but Jimmie and I have been playing here so many times. It's so wonderful, and it's again wonderful to be here again. Golly. And meanwhile, my tuner has got a mind of its own, but...
Wrong list.
Yeah. This is Jimmie Dale Gilmore.
Yeah. And that's Butch Hancock. No relation.
Dang it, Jimmie, I stripped another wing nut.
Oh, no.
Yeah. Down to one wing nut again. Except I bought a sack full of them somewhere. I'll find them. Be happy again. You know? There's nothing that'll make you more miserable than to just have one wing nut. Oh, you know, for your harmonica holder. It can be. It's like because if the other one starts to go, it's like, you know, that old fable. I think there was a fable. Aesop or Aesop. Did you ever hear of those guys? Some highfalutin philosopher wrote a bunch of kids' fables. You know that, okay. And that was my main reading at a certain age. And I don't think I ever went back to study them anymore, but, you know, Once those little stories got in your brain, it was all over. You were gonna carry those around the rest of your life.
And in those days, almost nobody wrote about wing nuts.
And who would have read it if they did? Well, doesn't have anything to do with this song, but here we go. My old shoes are laying on the floor. I ain't gonna wear them no more. Took me many miles down many hard roads, but that's what shoes are for. Now time has flown and I've outgrown every shoe I ever wore. Guess my bare feet'll have to carry me one road more. Lord, I ain't got a lick of sense, I got a crazy mind. 'Cause I don't wanna leave and I don't wanna stay behind. But at the end of this one last road, they say there's always an open door. And I guess my bare feet'll have to carry me one road more.
Well, I never could move my feet too fast in a pair of rich man's shoes. And there ain't a shoe alive that'll last as long as the poor man's blues. But And I've towed the line this one last time, now I got something else in store. And my bare feet are gonna have to carry me one road more. Lord, I ain't got a lick of sense, I got a crazy mind. 'Cause I don't want to leave and I don't want to stay behind. Well, at the end of this one last road, they say there's always an open door. And I guess my bare feet will have to carry me one road more.
Well, I walked through the city streets in the sun and the rain and the wind and the snow. And I've walked through the mountains and the valleys when there was nowhere else to go. This time I'll just follow the wind, it can blow and the rain can pour. My bare feet are gonna have to carry me one road more. Lord, I ain't got a lick of sense, I got a crazy mind. 'Cause I don't wanna leave and I don't wanna stay behind. At the end of this one last road, they say there's always an open door. And I guess my bare feet will have to carry me one road more. Yeah, my bare feet are gonna have to carry me one road more.
Woo, yeah.
I think it's in C. We have a good song picked out right now, but I'm not sure about the key.
Wow, thank you. It's a wing nut.
Wing nut. Wow.
I can tell by looking this is the wrong size. I hate that thing. It's there's only one place I know of to get the right size ones. I mean, there's probably lots of places, but there's a hardware store in Paris, Texas, and about a half a block south of the square to the southwest, there is Swaim's hardware store. And it's one of those places that is about twice as big inside as it looks from the outside. And you go in there, and there are aisles and aisles of everything you can imagine. And I went in there with my harmonica holder one time, and the counter was back halfway back in the big room. And I started walking back there, and this guy was he looked down the aisle and saw me coming in. He just turned around and walked off. And I thought, okay, I know I'm from out of town, but golly. And so I got up there to the counter, and by that time he had pulled some like a Tupperware box out of a shelf, and he met me at the counter and said, "Here," and plopped it down and said, "You'll probably find what you need in there." And it was a box full of wing nuts. And I was almost paralyzed. It was like, this can't be, am I dreaming, you know? And sure enough, man, I had to, fiddle around through about 15 or 20 of them to find 2 or 3 of them the right size. But it was very impressive to me. I mean, and anybody that needs, if you ever need a wing nut, Paris, Texas, you know how to get there. Yeah, you all got GPS on your map machine in your pocket, I know. So that's I was starting to play Paris, Texas. You haven't heard that song yet, have you?
No.
I haven't either.
Well,
there's no punchline, by the way.
This will be a really good song if it's the right key. I should mention to those of you that weren't here for the earlier set, this is my first gig in about 1.5 years. Wow. Something like that. And I think it's Butch's second.
Well, actually third. But the second one was, like I said, 3 nights ago. It was a yard sale or something in Austin. It was a pretty good little gig, actually. But had a great time.
Okay, I'm going to try this. This is a song that was written by me and David Hammond. Well, I left my home searching for green grass, headed for Pine Ridge and points beyond. But on the road I'm at an impasse. Every direction looked just like home. There is a road, there is a mountain with many stops along the way. How many years I am not counting. It's been a long, long time you've been away. Well, a flower grows in a deep dark canyon where the river wanders to leave the trail, where the night bird searches for her companion who sings of sunlight behind the veil. Everyone knows what makes the dove sing, and now I know you've gone to stay. How many years I have stopped counting. It's been a long, long time you've been away. Now I walk alone down streets of silver in the empty hollows, wet with the dew, in the sudden stillness of a summer morning. In all my dreams I walk with you. There is a rose, there is a fountain, and I have found that lost highway. How many days I'm not counting. It's been a long, long time I've been away.
That's a nice song, Jimmie. It's beautiful. Jimmie keeps finding the best melodies. Well, here's a story or a song that will be on my next album coming out. That'll be I'm shooting for September this year. The last 8 years, I shot for the wrong month, I guess, every time. So I'm looking at I'm eyeing September suspiciously. This thing's been marinating just about long enough. So, and this is called Danglin' Diamond.
Well, I thought I had a fix on religion until I found this trail of truth, hanging like a dangling diamond down deep in my heart. I could hear Mama holler from the kitchen, get up and wash your face and go to school. You might make something of yourself someday if you ever find a place to start. But I was born on the side of a mountain that has no bottom and it has no top. I have no way to think about starting and I have nowhere to stop. I was born in the middle of a rolling river and I came from the clouds beyond. I'm headed for the ocean and I know I'm never gonna be anywhere but gone. Time flies by beyond the blue. Where am I? Where are you? Well, I came home bloody from a schoolyard fight and I didn't even know who with. It's true, I had not a clue what the fight was for. What I remember was it was my first fight and it was her fourth or fifth. In the jaws of the laws of cause and effect, you gotta give it all you got and then some more. I was born in the middle of an endless battle. Every day these fights erupt. Why, oh why, when the enemy's gone, must you go and make another one up? I was born in the middle of a no man's land, pumping blood and breathing air, dreaming my name was flying high, thinking I was going somewhere. Birth and death, old age and youth, what is time? What is truth? Well, from our very own hearts we keep our distance and we send somebody to fight. We pay some others to pass some laws like they can tell wrong from right. But when you shore one up and undermine another, it'll all come tumbling down. It'll even do the same when you leave it alone. The mind is at the heart of the battleground. I was born in the heart of a wilderness full of travelers looking for light. Some never listen and some stop looking when the first star shines at night. I was born in the center of a circle of friends, too big to be too small, surrounded by a low horizon, nothing more, nothing less than a prison wall. Birth and death, old age and youth, what is time? What is truth? Yeah, I thought I had a fix on religion until I found this trail of truth, hanging like a dangling diamond down deep in my heart.
Yeah. I love that song. Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate that.
It's a change of pace. You could have figured that out after we started it, but I might as well tell you to begin with so you won't be disappointed or well, I could get you could get disappointed just from me bringing this up. All right. Well, hey mama, now did you ever go down on the Mobile line? Hey Lordy, mama, mama, hey Lordy, papa, papa, holler about the Mobile line. Well, it's a road to ride to ease your troubling mind. Well, I got a letter now, this is the way it read. Hey, Lordy, mama, mama, hey, Lordy, papa, papa, holler about the way it read. Said, come home, baby, because your lover is dead. Well, I ran out and I hopped out on the road. Hey, Lordy, mama, mama, hey, Lordy, papa, papa, holler about on the road. When I got there, she was laying on the cooling board. Now when I die, mama, don't you bury papa at all. Hey, Lordy, mama, mama, hey, Lordy, papa, papa, holler about your papa at all. Just throw my bones down in some alcohol. I die, mom, I put my picture in a frame. Hey, Lordy, mama, mama, hey, Lordy, papa, papa, holler about a picture in a frame. Hang it up on the mantle, you can see me just the same. And when I die, I think I'm gonna stop by France. That's right. Hey, Lordy, mama, mama, hey, Lordy, papa, papa, holler about stop by France. I'm gonna stop by France just to give all the women a chance. Did you ever go down on the Mobile line? Hey, Lordy, mama, mama, hey, Lordy, papa, papa, holler about the Mobile line. Well, it's a road to ride to ease your troubling mind. Well, it's a road to ride to ease your troubling mind. It's a road to ride to ease your troubling mind.
I tell you, I'd like to meet the fella that wrote that one. Oh my, me oh my. Yeah, this wing nut started giving out on that song. Kinda. What do you gotta do? Okay. Little song called Two Roads.
Well, I give my heart for your attention. I give my soul to the skies above. And I got thoughts I just can't mention. If you listen kinda close, you're gonna hear enough. This old world spins like a minor miracle. Sun and the moon, they go around just for you. But deep inside, there's a finer circle. And my friend, that's the wheel that must run true. You can drive all day, never leave Texas. You can drive all night long and never leave home. Everything's real, but not everything mixes. And there's some things even love leaves alone. There's a fork in the road where I seek my fortune. One road to life, one road to ruin. I flipped my coin and I started marching. High on that mountain between the roads, a storm was brewing. Right beside the road sat an old gray Indian. Her twin sister, she was sitting on the other side. I asked them both for their opinion. Which road was the road which led to life? No one tells the truth, one always lies. One sound like an angel, one sound like a witch. But when they spoke together. Till this poor boy couldn't tell which was which. Well, I got my soul set on a firm foundation. I can barely tell the right from left. Now what's gonna be my true destination? A life of charity or a life of theft? This old world spins like a minor miracle. The sun and the moon, they go around just for you. But deep inside, there's a finer circle. And my friend, that's the wheel that must run true. I give one woman the shoes my feet were filling. I give the other a little money from my gunny sack. I gave one roll to my belt and my sombrero. I gave the other roll the shirt right off of my back. Then I ran through the briars and I ran through the brambles. Neither time nor pain was I counting. Up rocky ridges, through rubble I rambled, forsaking two roads to climb one mountain. At the top of the world, the sky was clearing. You could see forever, yeah, far and wide. I saw two roads that split apart behind me. Maybe they came together again on the other side. You can drive all day and never leave Texas. You can drive all night long and never leave home. Everything's real, but not everything mixes. And there are some things even love leaves alone. Yeah, there's some things even love leaves alone. Oh, there's some things that even love leaves alone.
Yeah.
All righty. Woo, muchas gracias.
Wow. I that Butch and I once, very long time ago, did a tour of Australia and New Zealand, in fact, the first time that I ever went to New Zealand. But and we actually ended up making a record that was called Two Roads.
Oh, that's right.
Strangely enough, that song was on the record.
Yeah. I wonder if we had made two records with one road more on each one of them, it would have been about the same thing.
Yeah, I think.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, still
Make another record this time. We
could call it Two Roads More. Two more roads.
It's
September?
September.
Okay, I'll keep my eyes on September.
I want to. I just thought there's a song I want to do. One of my songs, really from a long time ago, and I want to dedicate it to Joe Chapman, who I have to tell the little bit of story. I lived in a very strange hippie house. Now, wait. Let me say a little bit about that. I despise the word hippie because there was this thing that happened back in the 50s and 60s of a whole bunch of people sort of discovered, mainly due to the beat poets and writers, that they could actually be individualistic people, that they could be unfettered by all the stupid trammelings of society. Well, then, and some of the really prominent ones that were like people like Alan Watts, and Aldous Huxley was part of this whole deal, and a bunch of other ones. Gary Snyder was a main one. Anyway, they, in my opinion, they spread the teachings of Buddhism through the country, our country, and the world. And Jack Kerouac did it, but most people didn't know that's what it was. But along the way, somebody pointed out, I think it was Alan Watts actually, that said, okay, this individualism started happening, and it was just free-thinking people and people who were ready to explore. And Alan Watts said, well, this is great, it's going to be wonderful, and then until they come up with a name for it, and then it will be ruined. And this is true. They came up with the word hippie so that everybody could lump it into, it's like, oh, hippies, they're all just alike, and really it was just a bunch of completely individualistic, creative, free-thinking people. So the word hippie got invented, and it was first used by Herb Caen, I read the other day. But it became the journalistic way of lumping these people into a lump and believing and of marginalizing. That happened, and it was wrong, but it worked. So the word stuck, and okay. In this time, I was a hippie. The time this was, I was before they came up with this word, and we lived in a house. There was a bunch of us down in Austin lived in a house on 19th Street in Austin, and I was in a band called the Hub City Movers, and Joe Chapman, who I just am seeing tonight for the first time since probably 1969, is here. And yeah. And so and that house was wonderful and fun. This band I was in, we played the grand opening of the Armadillo World headquarters, and we were and we were. It was just the most fun, wonderful times, and it was prior to the repression that came, or it was right at the very beginnings of it. They already were beating up people like me in Lubbock, but they weren't doing that very much in Austin. So we moved to Austin. but anyway, so I wrote a song from this period that I just thought of that I want to sing because it's from the time of my life that was when I moved from the 19th Street house for a little while over to this place called the Heartbreak Hotel. That was the nickname amongst our gang of friends because it was where everybody went when they broke up with their boyfriend or girlfriend and slept on the floor, you know. And it was next door to the Deep Eddy Cabaret. And so I wrote a song to commemorate that time. And so I doubt that Joe's ever heard this song. I don't know. Oh, you have? Well, yeah, probably not. Well, I did. I recorded it, and Butch recorded it.
Oh, yeah. I sang it on one of our Flatlander albums.
Yeah.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
But I'm going to sing it this time, and
Yeah.
so to commemorate that time. Deep Eddy blues, not much to lose. Time on my hands, no news, no news. Far from my heart, lost in my mind. Deep Eddy blues, sometime. The bar next door to Heartbreak Hotel. My friends held more than they could sell. Unfaithful heart, where will you turn? Deep Eddy blue, so much to learn. The sound man smiles, the joke's on me. How many miles before I'm free? Oh, just let go, blue diamond shine. The sky's aglow, I see a sign. Deep Eddy blues, not much to lose. Time on my hands, no news, no news. Far from my heart, lost in my mind. Deep Eddy blue, sometime, sometime.
Wow. Yeah.
Now, I forgot to mention that Heartbreak Hotel, they called it the Blue Diamond.
The Blue Diamond.
They call it the crash house.
I remember there was a blue neon. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right there. That's beautiful. Wow. Well, Austin, there you go. Golly. I'll tell you what. Let's do this. Why don't you start? My mind's got a mind of its own.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. This is maybe the first of my very important songs, my very own songs that was written by him. I think it's the first one. I think it's the first one of Butch's songs I learned, and then it became my theme song and stayed forever.
I thought when I wrote it, I thought this was kind of a goofy song, and it won't, nobody. And then Jimmie picked it up, and oh my gosh, all these other songs I have, Jimmie, why'd you pick these? But he recorded it and they made a video of all that, and it turned out to be a little minor hit of some sort, and then about 3 months later, I got this call or a letter from somebody whose child had attention deficit disorder. Is that what you call it? But the kid loved that song, and it really helped open her up. Her mom said, "Yeah, we've been able to converse because of that song," and it totally blew my mind. It's like, man, you write a song and it goes out there, you don't ever know where it's going to land and what it's going to do. Wow. So that's why we keep doing this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
It's just, you never know. And we appreciate y'all being here so much, because there's somebody out there, one of you perhaps, is going to go home and tell your mom. No. So, I don't know. We don't know. But Jimmie, kick it off. When are we gonna?
My mind's got a mind of its own. Takes me out walking when I'd rather stay at home. Takes me out to parties when I'd rather be alone. Or my mind's got a mind of its own. I've been doing things I thought I'd never do. I've been getting into trouble without ever meaning to. I no sooner settle down than I'm right back up again. I feel just like a leaf out in the wind, 'cause my mind's got a mind of its own. Takes me out walking when I'd rather stay at home. Takes me out to parties when I'd rather be alone. Or my mind's got a mind of its own.
Well, I seem to forget half the things I start. I try to build a house and then I tear the place apart. I freeze myself in fire and I burn myself on ice. Can't count to one without thinking twice. Yeah, my mind's got a mind of its own. Takes me out walking when I'd rather stay at home. Takes me out to parties when I'd rather be alone. Lord, my mind's got a mind of its own.
Well, I tell myself to do the things I should, and then I get to thinking that them things ain't any good. I tell myself the truth, but I know I'm lying like a snake. You can't walk on water at the bottom of a lake. And my mind's got a mind of its own. Takes me out walking when I'd rather stay at home. Takes me out to parties when I'd rather be alone. Lord, my mind's got a mind of its own. My mind's got a mind of its own. there's a sad part of this story, which is I would play that song, and then, for example, I played at a benefit for the Tibet House for the Dalai Lama and all this. He wasn't there, but it was for him and for the Tibet House. But on the show was Allen Ginsberg, and after the show, he came over to me and said, "That is the greatest song." And then I had to tell him, well, I didn't write it. My friend Butch Hancock wrote it. But then Alan and I became friends after, because that was and then later on, we actually tried to write a song together with T-Bone Burnett and some other people years later, but it didn't happen. But we, that song, Forever After, that song got stuck to me, and then my having to explain to people I didn't write it got stuck to me. So I got out of it. I thought of a very clever way to get out of it, which was, I would say, this is my song, but it was written by Butch Hancock. And that's how that started. And that applies to a whole bunch of songs, of which we'll do some more. This is my song, but Butch wrote it. It doesn't seem fair somehow.
Here's one of my songs that I wrote. Wow. I don't know. This is You can trust me like the weather, I'll change. You can trust me like a rock, honey, I'll remain. You can trust me like the wind, I'll be here and gone. You can trust me like the light at dawn. You can treat me like the devil, I don't mind. You can treat me like a fool, honey, I'll keep trying. You can hold me to your bosom, treat me like I'm the one. You can treat me like the light at dawn. You can take me for the moment, I'll be here. You can take me for a ride, honey, I'll disappear. You can take me for real. You can take me for your own. You can take me for the light at dawn. Yeah, you can trust me like the weather, I'll change. You can trust me like a rock,
honey, I'll remain. You can trust me like the wind. I'll be here and gone. You can trust me like the light at dawn. You can trust me like the light at dawn. Thank you. Wow.
Beautiful. Well, we've deviated from the set list, and I don't know which way to go. Hey, by the way, while we're at it, I really want to thank Rusty and Teresa and this Mucky Duck for keeping this going. And there's a streaming thing going on, and I would like to encourage everybody to, of course, thank all you for actually being here in person tonight, but also, if you can, contribute to these guys to keep this thing going, because they've been keeping this open, helping musicians and helping the people that work here through all this strange thing. I asked when we got here earlier in the first set, I said, has anybody had a strange year?
And most of the people answered affirmatively. Yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, well, as I said, thank you for being here, and thanks. Always, the Mucky Duck's always been great, but even greater now. So.
Yeah.
Let's see. Well, Butch, I think I want to do one of my best songs. It also happened to be written by Butch Hancock, but it's mine. I got this song, and it's mine now. So
he's got somewhat of a point there, but there were 2 or 3 or 4 songs that I actually dreamed and was able to get them out of the dream, you know. And one of them, it wound up that Jimmie was singing on a tape recorder. This was like several layers down in a dream, and it was his dad's old tweed reel-to-reel tape recorder.
Yeah.
And this guy played it for me in the dream, and well, I got it out. But we're not going to do that song right now, right? I assume that's yeah. But so you know, there's a lot of those songs that Jimmie does way better than I do anyway. So it's a nice, you know, I love to hear you sing them.
I think he forgot to say that in the dream I was singing the song.
Oh, he was. Yeah, you were on the tape recorder. Yeah. Did I say that? I thought I did.
Whenever he told me that story, I said, this is for Al Stahaley. This will be a good one. When Butch told me that story to begin with, by the way, one of the great musicians from Houston, actually from Austin, Al Stahaley.
Yeah.
But I said, well, that obviously is my song if you dreamed me singing it. And he played it for me, and I could tell it was my song. And Butch said, well, there weren't any lawyers in the dream.
Yeah, so we haven't ever worked it out.
I haven't figured that one out yet. But anyway, okay. Thirst is not the answer. Oceans come and go. I loved her 7 seas worth. Lord, I loved her so, but she let me down so easy, one slow drop at a time. I would have killed myself, but it made no sense committing suicide in self-defense. But I lost everything I brought her when she said, babe, you're just a wave, you're not the water. Centuries ago we were living on the Gold Coast. She was still in love with a long-gone coal ghost. I was only trying to turn back the tide of her tears. I felt like an endless ocean drifting through the fog, full emotion drifting like a weather-beaten log. I even thought that I outthought her, till she said, babe, you're just a wave, you're not the water. Well, I followed her far and wide with all of my will. Water on the move, you know, it never stands still, and I moved every muscle just to prove it can be done. Then up some old sad river where snow-white lilies float, I came to her for mercy, but I hardly rocked the boat. She seemed surprised that I had caught her, but she said, babe, you're just a wave, you're not the water. I left out a verse. And I don't know if it ruined it for anybody else, but it did for me. Do you remember, Butch, which one I left out? Was what? Oh, yeah. No, I did that one. I did that one. Let's see. What? Listen. I'll just have to do it another time and get it right. She said, babe, you're just a wave, you're not the water. That's the end. Yeah. I don't think I ever arranged this song before. Maybe it's not mine anymore.
Sometimes
would be
the
sad.
boat sinks before you get to where you're going.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense.
I know, but
Oh,
how
yeah.
does it start? That's how I knew I forgot it,
Oh,
because
yeah. I should be able to think about this.
I know, me too. I
It's
just
like,
can't find the first line of that verse. I can find the rest of it, but not the first line.
Far and wide? Was that it?
I did that one.
Oh, okay.
That's what's
Oh,
throwing
you
me off.
skipped to that one. Okay.
Yeah, I skipped to the last verse and left out the third one, which at this time must be irrelevant, I guess. I think it's your turn.
It was centuries before.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah.
No, I did that one.
Well, you didn't get to.
Maybe I did them all.
Well, there's the one about.
I guess we'll have to go back. If they're streaming this, I guess they're recording it. I'll know.
Well, there's I followed her far and wide with all of my will. Is that?
I did that one.
Well. I love moments like this
We'll
because
never know. That's the one I left
That's
out, and
the
it's
one.
one of the
That's
best ones. I'm going to do it anyway.
Do it, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I said, someday we'll love again. And you'll know the score. I've taught you everything I know, and maybe even more. That's true, she said. More than you ever will. I said, I've been your raging river, precious African queen. I've shown you everything that I've ever seen, but she knew more than I had taught her. When she said, babe, you're just a wave, you're not the water. She said, babe, you're just a wave, you're not the water. Whoa.
I got one here.
Oh, he's got a capo on, and he looks
Let's do.
he looks purposeful.
Let's do Walk Around the World.
Oh, good idea.
The Studebaker and the Pontiac, Cadillac and Ford, some will be recycled and some will be restored. Somebody's got you thinking that the best place to survive is just to drive. But I'm here to tell you, friends, things haven't gone too far. Don't lay your treasures up in some big shiny car. 'Cause with less money than you've wasted and less time than it took to make it, you could have walked around the world. You could have walked through the jungle and seen Victoria Falls. You could have seen the pyramids and the Taj Mahal. You could have seen the Holy Land, put yourselves in Jesus' shoes. You could have walked around the world. You could have walked around the world. You could have walked around the world. You could have seen the Holy Land, put yourself in Jesus' shoes. You could have walked around the world. Walked beside some river and watched the sunlight melt the frost. Could have slept out under the northern lights or the Southern Cross. You could have danced with danger, made good friends out of total strangers. You could have walked around the world. You could have leaned straight into the face of four strong winds. Stood a driving round town collecting useless odds and ends. Instead of going nowhere, you could have lived a life of destinations. You could have walked around the world. You could have walked around the world. You could have walked around the world. You could have walked and walked around the world. You could have learned how to heal instead of making people sick. You could have learned firsthand just what it takes to make somebody tick. You could have talked with masters instead of jabbering with fools. You could have walked around the world. You could have climbed the Eiffel Tower and seen the lights of gay Paris. Watch little dogs fight for power up in Washington, D.C. Someday you will remember you're a child of Mother Earth, and you could have walked around the world. You have walked around the world. You could have walked around the world. Someday you'll remember you're a child of Mother Earth, and you could have walked around the world. Someday you will remember you're a child of Mother Earth, and you could have walked around the world.
Yeah. I think it's in tune. I have to tell y'all something. My calluses were almost gone. And we're a couple of hours into this tonight. So that's going to feel funny in the morning. I'll probably have to take Advil.
Hey, did you ever play the 12-string a bunch, and it left 2 grooves across the end of your fingers instead of one? That's really pretty
That's
bizarre.
true. I never thought of it. Anyway,
Just a little bit of trivia for you, just in case somebody ever asked.
I used to be affiliated with a guru a long time ago. And actually, I still am, and I still actually love him a lot, but I went into a different direction from his teachings. But when I first got involved with it, deeply involved with it, like I was initiated into the whole thing, and that actually happened here in Houston. So I have a funny connection with this place. It's like a somewhat spiritual hometown for me, even though it's not Lubbock. And Lubbock isn't a spiritual hometown for me, even though it's my hometown. And what?
This reminded me of another song.
What'd you think of?
Down in my hometown.
Oh yeah, I wasn't thinking of that, but I'll do this one. I'll do the one I thought of, and then maybe do that in a minute. But anyway, but this song was written because of a comment made by a guy that was an important person in the hierarchy of that organization that I was involved with back then, and he was from Houston. And I just remembered all this. But this is where I got the idea for the song. That won't help explain it at all. But hopefully, I have another good. I'll tell another joke after I do the song. You see. Among the stars, and you may spill the milk away and cry among the bars, and you may wake the rafters and break the heart of stone, but you gotta go to sleep alone. You gotta go to sleep alone. Gotta go to sleep alone. And even if you're lying with somebody, still you gotta go to sleep alone. Well, you may climb the golden stairs somewhere past Jacob's ladder, and you may put on golden airs and help the rich get sadder, and you may learn the golden rule and sit on a golden throne, but you gotta go to sleep alone. You gotta go to sleep alone. You gotta go to sleep alone. And even if you're lying to somebody, still you gotta go to sleep alone. Play it again, Brett. Well, you may wake up in the night and wonder in your dream and referee the fight between the beer and the seaman. And when the victor holds your hand up to the great unknown, you got to go back to sleep alone. You gotta go to sleep alone. You gotta go to sleep alone. And even if you're lying with somebody you really love, still you gotta go to sleep alone. You're always tempted on a song like that to go. And then it's so embarrassing if you actually fall for it and do it. But the other story, I used to introduce that song by saying when I had big, huge audiences back when I was going to become a star back in the 90s or something, and I used to tell them, this song does not say you have to go to bed alone. It says you have to go to sleep alone. And so I said that every night. It was part of my show. And at one place, somebody in the audience, pretty close up, I said that, and they said, "Don't patronize your audience, Jimmie." So I quit saying that. Unless I get to tell the whole story.
Hey, let's do a song we wrote together.
Good idea.
This is a song, I was living in Austin, but I was up in Lubbock and ran into Jimmie, who was living in Denver at the time, I think, right?
Yeah.
And Jimmie said, "Hey, Butch, I got this song I want to play, I've started it anyway." And so I dug my guitar out of the van, and Jimmie played the first verse and chorus to this, and man, it knocked me out. It was so beautiful. And I said, "Well, is there more to it, And he said, "Well, no, this is all I got." But I said, "I'm just thinking maybe you could write a verse or something, I'm gonna go another verse. It needs another verse or two." And I said, "Well, yeah, I'd love to. Yeah, well, send me a tape, man. I'll get right on it." So about a year and a half later, or so, literally a year and a half, 2 years later, I get this tape in the mail, and it was Jimmie singing this verse and chorus. And so, man, I was so excited. And it was about another year and a half, 2 years maybe, went by, and I finally sat down and wrote the second verse and chorus, and I guess it was like a longer period, 3 years or something, before we happened to see each other, cross paths again. And I said, "Hey, Jimmie, remember that song you showed me?" He said, "Yeah, I've done some on it." And I showed it to him. He said, "Yeah, man, this is gonna work." And then he said, "Now, if we could just sit down together and we could like write another verse and chorus to it." I said, "Yeah, of course we can." And so another 3 or so years. This was like literally 13 or 14 years in the making, man. And he finally shows up in Austin one night, and we sat down on the floor, and we, got our guitars out and wrote the last verse and chorus. And the Flatlanders have been singing this one a whole lot over the years.
How do we do it with just the two of us? I can't remember.
Well,
you started.
anyway,
I
I
started?
could start singing. Or
Okay.
We could.
You started.
Okay.
You're gonna be sad till you stop hurting for the sake of finding peace of mind. Rise up from there, throw back the curtain that covers your heart and makes you blind. See the way true love has left you for a life that you must feed. See the way true love has left you for what you want but just don't need.
Bind the wound till you stop bleeding for the love you gave but could not take, for a love that burns, for a love that's leading straight to the heart that will never break. See the way true love has left you, face to face with all mankind. See the way true love has led you from place to place, from time to time.
Take your chances down random rivers, bound for glories beyond the sea. You'll find some keepers and some forgivers deep in the heart of eternity. See the way true love's outguessed you, sometimes with scandals, sometimes with schemes. See the way true love has blessed you far beyond your wildest dream.
Thanks a bunch, y'all. Yeah.
Yeah.
Is Roger and Cash still here? Hey, this is birthday day, or next, maybe tomorrow, some birthday week or something. And they just got back a few months ago from France. they were stuck over in France for half the pandemic thing, and they got back. When'd you get back over to? End of September. Yeah. Wow. And so happiest of happy birthdays to you. I'm just so glad y'all are here, and wow, I've been knowing these guys for like 100 years. It seemed like. What year did you come to Austin, Cash? 1980, and I met her. And I just, hey, let's go over to some bar or something. You know, we went over. Was it? Oh, wow. But at that very place is where Roger and Cash met. I introduced them, and there you are. Here we are. It's another one of those perfect examples of what can happen. Yeah.
Whose turn is it?
Well, I don't know. I think
I lost the thread here. Janet has helped out with this list.
yeah.
I can't do it. I'll tangle the verses up even worse than Just a Wave, even though it's one of my favorite songs, and I actually wrote it. But I can't remember it good enough. I had to rehearse first. We didn't rehearse. I guess you could tell that already, but we can do some things without rehearsing, so. Ooh, I would have to rehearse it. Should we do Dallas? We can. Oh, wait a second. We didn't do.
We could do.
That's actually what we have on the list next. Well, should we?
Well, we better.
You do it this time.
Okay, I'll start it.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I did it earlier. He'll do it this time. So this, as I said earlier, this is a Joe Ely song that I wrote.
I will never forget the afternoon that Jimmie and I were in Lubbock. It was like must have been a Saturday or something. It was because it was like early in the afternoon or something, or it wasn't school day.
Yeah.
It was Saturday or Sunday anyway. And I came over to your house, and your mom fixed a glass of iced tea for me. And we went out in the back, sat at a lawn table or something, and Jimmie sang this song to me. It just blew my mind. It was such a great song. And Joe and the rest of us have been singing it, ever since. That shows what can happen. One dang song can come along and you're stuck singing it from then on, man. You just keep singing it because it just feels good to sing, and it's what a
Janet
treat.
wrote a beautiful song this week on my birthday.
She did, yeah.
But y'all can guess what the chances are that she'll get up here and perform it, right? There's nothing.
It's so close.
Janet is incredibly impervious to peer pressure. There's nobody in here that can force her to do that. And it's such a good song, and everybody is going to be so robbed of this wonderful opportunity.
It is really sad that might not, this is such a beautiful opportunity.
Susan, am I right? I'm right. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, we got a new album here.
Yes, we have a new Flatlanders album coming out soon. Am I having a?
Yeah.
I said it. Okay.
I think the whole album will be released on the July the 9th. And they'll start playing stuff on the radio very shortly. In fact, they've got the first single, which is "Sitting on Top of This World," with the whole gang of us, and it sure sounds good.
Isn't it strange that they have singles?
So it'll be on the radio and on a lot of the, I guess all over the internet somehow. We've hired experts that know how to cause that to happen.
Well, did you ever see Dallas from a DC 99? Dallas is a jewel, baby. Dallas is a beautiful sight. And Dallas is a jungle, but Dallas gives a beautiful life. Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 99?
Well, Dallas is a woman who will walk on you when you're down. But when you are up, she's the kind you wanna take around. But Dallas ain't a woman to help you get your feet on the ground. And Dallas is a woman who will walk on you when you're down. Well, I came into Dallas with the bright lights on my mind. But I came into Dallas with $1 and a dime.
Dallas is a woman who will walk on you when you're down. But when you are up, she's the kind you want to take around. But Dallas ain't a woman to help you get your feet on the ground. Yeah, and Dallas is a woman who will walk on you when you're down. I came into Dallas with the bright lights on my mind. But I came into Dallas with $1 and a dime.
Did you ever see Dallas by DC 9 at night? Well, Dallas is a jewel. Oh yeah, Dallas is a beautiful sight. And Dallas is a jungle, but Dallas gives a beautiful life. Did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night?
Yeah, did you ever see Dallas from a DC 9 at night?
Wow. Well, we're at the end of our list of songs. Oh, one more?
Oh yeah, we got to say that this
Oh.
is the last song.
Okay, this is the last song.
This is the last song. Yeah. Yeah, we can do that then.
You gonna do that?
And then do something.
And what's that?
We can do that. Let's do that. Let's do that.
Do what?
Down. Well, we do. Well.
Oh, we could do that.
Okay. Okay. Let's do the monkey and the kangaroo, and then something else.
We'll do a menagerie.
Okay, we're gonna do this song because we can. Hopefully, we can.
And this song is on the new record by the Flatlanders of old songs, except some of them aren't old, but most of them are. And the record is called Treasure of Love.
And this is the newest song on there.
Yeah.
Possibly.
And we leave it
think it is,
to
yeah.
you to figure out how these songs go together.
Yeah. There's a thin thread among all those songs, very thin. But I think once you hear it, you'll understand it.
It probably involves string theory.
String theory, yeah.
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 By the way, my daughter and granddaughters were here now. Now they're gone, but my other daughter is here now for this set. This is Amanda.
Amanda, yeah. Great.
And I'm so glad to have you here.
Okay.
Stop smiling.
Whoa, that's a great bumper sticker. It's like there was never COVID. It would hurt some people's feelings, though, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's.
Well, this song, it's by itself may make up for COVID. You'll have to judge for yourself after.
It's a dance tune, so you know.
Yeah.
Well, everybody dancing on a Saturday night. Mama and Papa got it down so tight they do a slow dance and a fast one too. Papa does a monkey, Mama does a kangaroo. Well, Mama and Papa practice everything they preach. Took little baby sister down to the beach. They took the whole fam damlin' on down to the zoo. Papa does a monkey and Mama does a kangaroo. Everybody sing along. Yeah, Papa does a monkey, Papa does a monkey, Mama does too. But when Papa does a monkey, Mama does a kangaroo. Do it again. Papa does a monkey, Mama does too. But when Papa does a monkey, Mama does a kangaroo. Now you want to do the monkey, get out on a limb, tickle your ribs till your eyes grow dim. That'll be the monkey, and it'll feel good too. Papa does the monkey, Mama does the kangaroo.
Janet's going to show you how. So Janet's going to show you how the dance goes.
Well, you want to do the kangaroo, don't be a chump. Get a little run in the start and jump, jump, and keep it jumping while the music's through. Woo! That'll be the monkey and that'll be the kangaroo. Yeah, yeah, Papa does a monkey,
Papa does a monkey,
Mama does too.
Mama does too.
But when Papa does a monkey, Mama does a kangaroo. Papa does a monkey,
Papa does a monkey,
Mama does too.
Mama does too.
But when Papa does a monkey, Mama does a kangaroo. Hey, look out. I saw the rhino wreaking havoc on the floor. He danced with everybody, everybody wanted more. I saw the giraffe drinking a long neck brew. I saw Papa do the monkey and Mama do the kangaroo. Papa does the monkey, Mama does too. When Papa does the monkey, Mama does the kangaroo. Papa does the monkey, Mama does too. But when Papa does the monkey, Mama does the Papa does the monkey, Mama. Papa does the monkey, Mama does the kangaroo.
All right.
Mercy. Oh, mercy.
Yeah, what? You were telling me tonight?
Well, thanks for being here, everybody. We love you, and it's been a treat for us, and I hope y'all have enjoyed the evening. And wow,
And what?
really awesome. Yeah. We're,
All right.
well, we might.
Okay.
What do you think, Jimmie? Should we do another one?
I- I-
we
yeah,
could do
what do you
Bluebird, I
think?
guess. And,
You want to do Bluebird?
yeah, just kind of end it, kind of.
Yeah, okay.
Slow. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We will. We'll do it.
Well, we appreciate
Once
it.
again, thanks, everybody.